Thank you. It's not just filmmakers that are bricking it, it's photographers as well, I guarantee. But yeah, I am here to talk about the impact of organisations like BritDoc and the Funding Network in making films come to life and getting them out there, and the ripple effect that it can have on individuals like me who came 3 years ago and now have been living and working in Sri Lanka as a journalist. And so the outline, I'm just going to go through the film No Fire Zone for anyone that doesn't know, and it's linked to Channel 4, and then my experience in Sri Lanka and the future of the documentary side in Sri Lanka and what we need to do next. So No Fire Zone was originally a Channel 4 production called Sri Lanka's Killing Fields, and it is, the No Fire Zone film is specifically about the last phase, the final phase of the Civil War, and it was quite an incredible piece of filmmaking because it was the only evidence we have, or gathered all the evidence together of every war atrocity, human atrocity that was committed, and it proved that torture, sexual violence, executions of political prisoners and children took place by the government. And as of last year, the government conceded that this film was real, and they denied it for years, and it proved and helped put the case to the UN. And so my role, after seeing this film, I was left with a lot of questions. Basically, how did I not know there was a war like this in Sri Lanka? Why do wars get forgotten? And the politics, the international relations side to it. I did a master's on the back of it a lot, but specialised my research on Sri Lanka, and from the end of the film to today, how countries come out of very nasty civil ethnic conflicts when there isn't the infrastructure in place, or the infrastructure that is in place is there to demonise the losing side. And I was working for a human rights documentation centre, looking at the impact of the war, and this forgottenness aspect kept coming back, the lack of young Tamil men that were present in northern Sri Lanka, the impact of the war on these forgotten homes, on islands just decimated by war, with no ability for them to be regenerated in any possible way. And then it brought further truths about what war does to countries. Victims, I kind of regretted putting that word in now. It's more the witnesses, but what's left behind is essentially the women, the older generation, and the children who are without parents by their thousands. Continued persecution, discrimination from the Sinhalese majority government, which is still effectively the same regime. And you talk about the new government that came in, and for Tamils on the ground, there's no difference. Because there may be a difference in policy and in the political arena, but it isn't following down to Tamils' day-to-day life. And so that was my work, and I'm going back to do a project with Amnesty called We Will Remember, trying to highlight the importance of remembrance, memorialisation, and the freedom to mourn those that are forgotten, and to keep a connection with the past as part of a more global effort. And that's my piece, and it's just the importance of these films we're going to see and the impact they can have through hundreds of individuals, and the importance of storytelling. So thank you very much.